Scorpio, welcome to the channel. I'm your master cosmologist and head cheerleader to the stars with a relationship message for you. The relationship message may or may not be about love. The gist of what I'm putting out this particular edition is relating in general, relationships in general. We had the South Node in Libra for a very, very long time, and it finally cleared out fairly recently. But now the Earth is in Libra, and we're really having to look at all those relationships that we put under the microscope, put on the table for renegotiation and reevaluation, and deal with them. And what that means for the collective and for you is that we're learning how to relate to things brand new and negotiate where things are at now, where things stand presently, and just better ways to relate to one another and to all things in the world. It's a pretty big deal. So the one thing going on in your sign right now that's going to affect you for quite a while is Black Moon Lilith just entered into Scorpio a couple days ago. I actually feel like this is a very big glow up for Scorpio. Black Moon Lilith is an archetype of very scorpionic themes, the dark feminine, the dark goddess, and especially for the feminines in the Scorpio collective. It's a glow up. This is almost like it's your season. It's your time. You've been waiting for this. Like, yes, we get to be scary and angsty and dark and like no. I think it's okay though. I think it's saying there's this permission slip almost to scare the general public, which is your forte and something that you have been poo-pooed and shunned and persecuted, and that's bad and that's wrong. Your energy, I feel like, just gets to shine right now because it needs to come in and do away with some things that need doing away with. There's some things that are dead, deader than dead, but they're like still zombies walking around, and go get them, Scorpio. Ghostbuster that shit for us. I'm going to be pulling from two decks, the Tarot of Curious Creatures and the Dream Weaver's Oracle. I'm feeling to go with an oracle card for you guys first. I heard before I started the video, have fun. That you guys need to let loose a little bit more and let your fun out and to have more fun in life and to find your more playful side, be funnier, find the joke, find the funniness in life. It's not all serious. It's not that what's the word? Gosh, words are really hard. You know why? I was like, how come I can't seem to think of any quotes, any definitions, any words, any of that? I'm going to take this card. Ooh, there's two cards here that are catching my eye. I'm not going to pull them yet. The reason that the words aren't coming is because Mercury is retrograde at 0 degrees Aries. Whole new, it's like having your head severed off, essentially. Very interesting. First thing right off the bat with these two oracle cards is I feel like there's a contrast of energy here with the colors even, where there's an old era Scorpio and a new era Scorpio. And not that this has to be done away with the murder of crows and that darker occult energy that's kind of vibing here. But it doesn't have to be predominant or the only thing that we feel Scorpio represents anymore, because we're coming out of the underworld and living in a zombie matrix. And I'm sorry that I'm trying to see if I can get the camera to refocus. That's annoying. Anyway, let's see what the cards say, and then I'll go into more detail. The darker occult looking card with the crows, the ravens on it. When a witch must drink their brew. So what I was saying about Black Moon Lilith, everybody's got to take a swig of ayahuasca and deal with their shadows. Collective ayahuasca ceremony, collective potion. There's a potion collectively. Everyone's going to have to swallow down, and some dark shit's going to evert. And maybe that's where you shine. And maybe that's where you really get to step onto the scene and be like, okay, we're the experts here. Watch out, Ghostbusters on the scene. And it's almost like this is your era. This is your era to shine, because you guys can play cleanup crew and help people integrate their shadow side and their dark side and the things that go bump in the night. Like, it's okay. It's not that bad. It's actually really fun once you get used to it. It reminds me of the movie Coco or The Book of Life. Those two movies keep coming up. Like, once you alchemize it becomes that Technicolor candy skull energy instead of Freddy Krueger horror movie. It's equally as beautiful as the light, and they both have their value and they both are inherently awesome, but people denigrate one and curse it. It's better to light a candle than to curse the dark. It's better to light. It's better to, it's almost the opposite of that. It's better to light a candle than to curse the dark. It's better to dim the light and embrace your shadows than to completely ignore it and be half a person, half a soul. I don't know. There's some medicine there, some ayahuasca. The second one says, when the storm spirits play. I like that because on the Wheel of Fortune tarot card, there's the 4 animals, and the one that represents Scorpio is the eagle. When the storm spirits play. You know how this reads to me is Alchemist. There's going to be a collective storm. There's going to be collective chaos. There's going to be this everting of this energy. And boy, can you help us move through that. Plutonian, scorpionic, mutation, transmutation, alchemist, occultist, and see that we can play with it and keep it a little bit lighter. Because that's how each person finds their individual note in the collective symphony, is they have to go through the whole process of the great work, the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone, oh, boom, dark crystal, light crystal, Skeksis mystic. They have to come together. That's the Philosopher's Stone. Cheat codes. Cheat codes. Let's see what these... No, I'm not going to read the guide. Actually, I'm going to stick with the essence that I pulled out naturally. And I feel like that's magical for you too. Just don't consult the grimoire. Don't consult the Hobbit manual. Don't consult Harry Potter's Magic Book of Spells. I've never seen that movie. I don't even know if he has a book of spells. I'm guessing he has a book of spells. You can do this yourself. It's all natural for you. I feel like there's a really powerful, impactful relational message there for you. Is you already know how to do it. You already know how to relate with these people. You already know how to relate with these situations. This is your forte. This is your groove. This is your sweet spot. Don't doubt yourself is the message I'm getting there. When a witch must drink their brew, you swallow down your own medicine. You swallow down that Philosopher's Stone. You alchemize it and you turn it into gold. Whatever you've been through, like, your mess is your bless, Scorpio. Whatever hard shit, hard times you've been through, that's alchemized, and that is your brew for other people. That's your remedy. That's your therapy. That's your medicine. That's your potion. That's tight. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trust myself and just pull tarot cards to go deeper into these oracle message instead of consulting the grimoire. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe there's 78 cards in a tarot deck, and the same 5 or 6 cards have come up for all of the signs over and over again. This does have an alchemy moment for you. I feel like this is the period of time, it's like a week or so, roughly, where Black Moon Lilith is at 0 degrees of Scorpio. 0 degrees of Scorpio is the quintessential degree of Scorpio. It's the most potent, accurate scorpionic energy, 0, where this character, the dark creeper, shady, I always call this the shady motherfucker card. The shady character in the shadows lurking in the background doing weird shit is not seen that way anymore, or your character and your whole energy, your whole sign gets alchemized to this, how beautiful the occult is and how beautiful your talents and genius and skills and experiences are, where you're not going to be seen this or even perceive yourself like the outcast or the weirdo or the freak, or there's something wrong with you and you don't fit in, and you're going to shine in this energy. But I do also see that there's this quality of being in control of the storm. I'm really hung up on the word storm here, where instead of it being chaotic and it being out of control, Scorpio can actually not even necessarily be a leader in the sense of leading an army or being a president, not that type of leader energy. It's just they are in their element, they're in their seat, they're in their sweet spot, they're in their niche, and you're just filling it up and you're owning it and you're taking control from that position, whether it's a small role or a larger role. But really clinging to the word control here is that even a storm, even a chaos does have an underlying order, and it's not just random. That's the irony of everything. That's the dichotomy of everything. It's the polarity of everything, is that when the shitstorm hits, there's actually a beautiful orchestration, and it's controlled. It's like controlled chaos is the thing that I'm getting here. And you step in and be the alchemist. And it's almost like Storm in the X-Men, where she can harness the weather. She can harness these mighty, mighty forces for good, or for the betterment of the planet, or to help people ascend. I feel like the eagle represents the, you have the depths and the lowest of the lows of Scorpio, but this represents the highest of the highs, and the almost like a phoenix energy, where you guys get to rise as the phoenix. And it's almost a consultation energy here. I feel like you almost become an advisor. That's the energy of leadership. That's the leadership quality that Scorpio takes on. That's the relational quality I feel like you guys are going to have. You might not have a career as an actual therapist or life coach or anything like that, but you do become an advisor, and you become the authority of the matters at hand that are presenting for everyone else around you. Nope, I'm supposed to go with a final oracle card, and it's on the top here. Let's run with that. It is all the threads of fate must bend. So there is this Skeksis mystic blending quality going on here for me, where you blend the dark and the light and you become a brand new Scorpio. And also, I'm getting there's a detangling where the threads of fate have become tangled between one soul and another. And some of this advisory quality that you do actually untangles destinies and fates and word, WYRD, that has gone into a state of disarray and entanglement. I'm hearing quantum entanglement. So there's probably an ability with you and other souls to straighten that out, detangle it, untangle it. That's pretty deep, Scorpio. I'm thinking, like, what's your relationship to French toast, and what's your relationship to the guy next door? Let's pull something a little bit more mundane for you then. Let's pull something a little bit more localized. Just regular relations. I don't know. I just feel like that is, if I see this card one more time, I'm telling you, these cards are stalker cards. Five of Swords. The way I'm reading this one for you guys is Ghostbusters. It's so Ghostbusters, where I'm hearing there's good, good, there's good, bad, there's bad, good, and there's bad, bad. This is such deep. I was trying to be mundane for you. We need the bad, bad to go. It's just too much, too much. Scorpio, too much darkness, too much evil. We can keep the bad good. So in your life, in your world, maybe there's the need to escort out some things that are just bad, bad, and they gotta go. Like maybe every time you drink alcohol, you feel like total hot garbage. That's bad, bad. Whereas when you have one puff on a cigarette once a month in a ceremonial way, and I'm talking a natural one, you have a beautiful experience. That's kind of like bad, good. I had a little bit of smoke in my lungs to have a ceremonial moment. And I don't think that's bad. I'm just trying to give you examples where it's a gradient, right? There's a scale. There's a quotient here. The bad, bad, the nasty, nasty, the vile, vile, the vermin, vermin, the gross, gross. It starts with you guys, I think, where you guys, if you can disassociate with that in your own life and bring more fun in and more play, that'll benefit you. But also when you say no, like if Scorpio says no, even I can't get down with this, then it's definitely not good for anybody. It's just gross. It's nasty. It's got to go. So maybe just where that applies to you around you, and that has a concentric ripple effect. And then I'll be cool. I'll pull you a love card too. Oh my goodness. Three of Swords. I'm getting to stop picking the bad bads. If you have that tendency, you actually don't need to get into situationships anymore. You don't need to pick the bad apple. You don't need to have the drama in your life. You can have a fun partner. You can have a loving partner. You can have a drama-free relationship. But I feel like that starts with you too, making sure that internally you've ameliorated that kind of poison and that kind of angst and that kind of Scorpio drama in you, and you'll find that you don't attract the same types of people that you historically have. I also feel like this is just a wake-up call to look into your relationships. If there's anything in them that's bad, bringing it up and discussing it and dealing with it. And if it can't be peaceably, happily, win-win negotiated through, then it's a bad egg. It's not a good egg for you, and you can let it go. And let me get one more card on that, actually. Why is this here? It's just coming across, Scorpio, like it doesn't have to be painful. Love doesn't have to be painful. Scorpio, you can actually live in light. You can live in the beauty. You got the Tower. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, come on. Could you get any more scorpionic than that? Why do you guys love the Terror? I'm almost getting an addictive quality of not a dopamine hit. What's like a rush? It gives you a rush. What I'm feeling for you guys is to go to the opposite of this. Look for stability. Look for someone who's grounded. Look for someone that's not tumultuous, that's not a drama queen. You guys need fun. You need safe. You need secure. You need drama-free. Even if that person is a little boring. Oh, I like that for you. I like that for you. If their words are reliable, steady, dependable, safe, supportive, smart, kind, caring. Oh no, you don't have situations in your life and drama to deal with and trauma to heal. I actually feel like boring partners, and nobody's boring, but plain or simple or uncomplicated or drama-free. Drama-free is such a good term here. That's going to be a glow up for you. And they're just going to be the kind of partner that gives this contrast to you, where you can be all this. You can be all this in a good way, in the best way. And they can just be the wind beneath your wings. They can support you. They can be very rock steady. I know it's not a rock, but that kind of looks like a rock back there. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you all soon. Bye.